Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bianca and this is my very first video. So on this channel, I'm just gonna be talking about basically everything, a lot of questions that I have or social observations that I've made that I just want to add to the conversation. And today we are going to be talking about peer pressure in college. Also, as a quick disclaimer, I just want to make sure you guys all know that this is entirely my opinion. It's based on things that I've noticed or experiences I've had. So if there's something that you don't disagree about or you think is wrong, that's completely fine. I like disagreement, it leads to discussion. So if you disagree, just tell me in the comments and we can have a discussion about it. Okay, on to the video. Peer pressure. A feeling that one must do the same things as other people of one's age and social group in order to be liked or respected by them. I think that the idea that most of us conjure up in our heads of peer pressure is that of corny after-school specials of kids being asked to do cocaine in back alleys and other extreme stuff of the like.
That time Reno asked me to help him out by cheating.
My problem was that I didn't have a plan. That's what I needed that time Sean asked me to break the law.
Last summer, when my friends decided to get drunk on vodka, I didn't stop to think.
And while that type of peer pressure might occur, I think that it's less likely today, and which is more easily detectable, so people are better able to fight it off consciously. However, there exists a more subtle form of peer pressure for the youth of today that it has evolved to. For the most part, in college, people are not going to be trying to shove drugs and alcohol down your throat if you don't want it. And if you say no thanks, most of the time, they won't try to pressure you into doing anything, unlike what those after-school commercials say. But the pressure exists in the reactions and interactions with your peers in a more subtle fashion. The way that you are treated when you choose to indulge versus when you don't can affect the way you feel about yourself and the way you feel around your peers. I think I have a perfect scenario for this. Once when I was in college, I was at a party where I didn't want to drink and we were all playing some sort of dare game. I was dared to go bro chug with someone else and they chugged a beer or something and I chugged a bottle of water. And it's not as if people scoffed at me or threw rocks at me for being lame or tried to get me to drink alcohol when I said no. They were very supportive of it. But when the next person went and they downed a Corona, the crowd went wild. And although I didn't personally feel pressured by that reaction, I could see how other people would feel influenced by the way that their peers treat them when they don't drink. They don't get that excitement, or they don't get the expressive whoops and hollers of being respected or being impressed by someone by what they can do with alcohol. And that in turn can influence them or pressure them into wanting to drink when they don't want to. So this isn't something that I think is conscious on the part of the peers or the friends in college. I think it's a very unconscious reaction, and I don't really think we can do anything to solve for it, because you can't help how you feel or how you react to when you're at a party and someone's doing shots versus someone drinking water. You just can't. But I think it's important to recognize and just call out that this form of peer pressure exists. It's kind of like seeing inherent bias. You don't mean to do it, but you still are. But I think that it also has to do with the groups that you join or the people you choose to give your time to when you are in a college setting. So if you're someone that's in a fraternity or a sorority, then you're you're probably going to be around a lot of alcohol, and you're probably going to be expected to drink alcohol because that's what a lot of their fun is. Or even if you join something like, say, the marching band in college, oh, they drink a lot. That's just something that they do. And it's no by way saying that you can't join these groups if you don't like drinking alcohol or like doing drugs, smoking or something, because you still can. You just have to realize that you might feel influenced or peer pressured in order to have fun or to join in or to feel a part of a group. And you really don't have to. It's ultimately up to you, and it's up to how you're able to feel. Because I'm only one person and I can only candidly speak about my experience while in college, I took to Facebook to read about some strangers' experience, and I asked them, have you ever felt peer pressured while in college? And I got over 100 responses, and overwhelmingly people said yes. Some people's were more interesting in the way of being peer pressured on group assignments, such as them wanting to do something an easier way, you being outvoted, so you just do the easier thing. And I thought that was really interesting because I never really considered peer pressure outside of doing things such as drinking or smoking or something like that. But peer pressure exists in all forms. It can be in your friends wanting to go party and you wanting to do homework, and you just don't do your homework because you feel like you want to have fun with them. It can exist in that example of doing a group project differently than you would otherwise because the people in your group want to. And mostly what I got on this post was a lot about people saying stand your ground and giving advice to people who are feeling peer pressured. And yeah, I think that's some pretty good advice. And I by no way want to act like peer pressure is this super easy thing that everyone can just easily conquer, because I recognize that for some people it's harder because your friends are all doing it and you don't want to be labeled as somebody that's lame or a party pooper, and it's hard. But I ultimately do think that your friends probably are not meaning to make you feel that way, and if they are, then they're probably not very good friends. And it's ultimately just about respecting yourself and respecting your boundaries. I think that since I've been in college, I haven't felt peer pressure a lot. Maybe sometimes, like that example I gave earlier where I was chugging a bottle of water. But it's just like, do you want to do it? You don't? Okay, good. You can move on. But yeah, I think those are my thoughts on that. So I think to close my thoughts out, I just want to clarify, just in case anyone thinks that I'm downing drinking alcohol or something in college, because I think there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol or smoking. That's a personal decision, and I'm not here to judge anyone or anything. I'm just here to kind of open up a conversation that might not be talked about, and where people are subconsciously or unconsciously pressuring their peers in a sort of way by kind of making them feel bad or feel not as included when they don't drink. But yeah, if you guys have anything else to contribute to the conversation, I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can just put it down in the comment section. And if you guys have any personal experiences on dealing with being peer pressured in college, or if by watching this video you've realized that you may have been peer pressuring some of your friends, I'd also love to hear those in the comments below. I want to try to make this channel as interactive as possible with hearing thoughts from all types of strangers. So if you feel like you want to share, go ahead. Or you can also follow me on Instagram if you want to hear anything. And if you have any other topics that you would like me to discuss, I would say, again, just put it down in the comment section. And if you like this video, if you found some sort of value in it, just give me a like. And if you want to see more, just subscribe. I'll be having more content coming soon. I'm going to be talking about some different things. And yeah, stay tuned.